So, fun, rambling, lengthy video here, no doubt. When I'm Prime Minister, first thing I'm going to do is go down and I'm going to talk to Trump informally. I'll be Carl, he'll be Donald. I'll say, look, Donald, number of issues I just want to put out on the table here right off the hop. Let me work from my notes a little bit so I don't forget any points. Borders, Donald. We're going to make them as tight as a thief clutches his own purse. No stolen cars going out, no funny coming in, no undesirables in or crossing the border down to your side. Let us know if you have any issues. I know you'll be pleased to hear this, but I'm not doing it to appease you. I'm doing it because our borders should never have gotten so liberal lax in the first place. Tariffs, Donald, tariffs. Let's just do free trade. We have a book that's 650 pages of tariffs. Like, you go to milk and there's like 72 categories or something. You know, whole milk, skim milk, powdered milk, 2% milk. I mean, we're paying a lot of bean counters on both sides of the border. You know what I mean? Bloated bean counting bureaucrats would save your people and our people a whole lot of tax money if we just kind of basically worked with the premise of dropping tariffs. You don't care what we tariff any other country, we don't care what you tariff any other country, but let's kind of work on a general free trade thing. Like, let's use eggs as an example. We take any tariff off your eggs, you take any tariff off ours. If you can sell Canadians that on the consumer on the shelf, you know, it'll say American eggs 25%, 25 cents each. Canadian eggs 30 cents each, and we let the consumer decide what he wants to buy. You know, and the same with lumber and whatever. We got, you know, stuff you need. We got stuff. You got stuff. We got stuff. Let's just forget the whole tariffs and save a whole bunch of money and a whole bunch of hassle. Let's look at it that way. What else we got? Oh, you're going to like this one, Donald. China. China's out. On the plane down here, I called the CCP leader from the plane, and I said, look, 2 weeks, you're gone. We're pulling all our citizens, businessmen, ambassadors, and dignitaries and everything out of your country. You get all yours out of ours. Your embassy shut down. We're not doing any trade with you. You got nothing we want that we can't get somewhere else. If Canadians have to put up with an older cell phone until maybe your Silicon Valley, Don, can make the chips that we need, whatever, man. Like, China is gone. They've been meddling in our affairs ever since the WEF liberal government took over in 2015. They got Canadian police stations, their own, like, Chinese police stations, and we're done. We're gone. They're gone. Nothing more to do with China, period. I think you'll like that one. What else have we got? Oh, you're going to love this one, Donald. The globalists, gone. Gone. WEF members in Canadian politics, zero. Federally, provincially, municipally, gone. I've already ferreted them out before I became Prime Minister. We know who they are. Their bank accounts are all frozen, so they can't, and their passports nullified, so they can't flee the country to a non-extraditable place like Geneva, Switzerland, probably, right? Maybe Davos. Yeah. Christina Freeland, you don't like her, Donald? Well, she's not sniggering now because on the way down I signed an order in council. Passports done, bank accounts froze. Actually, another order in council. I've been taking a page from my predecessors there, the Carney and Trudeau. I just signed an order in council and it becomes law, just like that. I call it the Level 2 Traitor Bill. All of these politicians, WEF member politicians, and the entire Liberal government, they're all going to be forensically audited. If we find they've been shuffling funds to the World Economic Forum or to their buddies, cronyism, think McKinnon and Company, for, what is it, consultations, Anyways, that's level 2 traitorism, because they were hired, trusted, to work for the public, and they've been stealing the public's money. That's not one desperate guy snatching some old lady's purse or mugging somebody. Whether they're a mayor, a premier, or an MP, they're stealing from their constituents. They're going to be standing in front of a press making license plates till they drop in the traces. Yeah. So anyways, that's where we're at, Donald. I think I covered all the bases. Let's talk about oil, just as an example, oil and natural gas. If you want ours, you can buy it. You know, the pipeline's already there. We're going to sell it to you at what I call PCMCRD. Production cost, maintenance cost, research and development. Let's pull a figure out of the air. If we can turn on the pipeline at $50 a barrel and meet our PCMCRD standards, it's $50 a barrel to you. If you phone me up and say, hey, the Saudis offered it to me for 45, can you match that? I'm going to say no, because then we'd be selling at a loss. I'll leave it in the ground. Our oil patch workers have unemployment insurance, or, we're building pipelines, we'll sell it somewhere else. I can understand if you want to buy it from the Saudis for 45, you've got to answer to your people, gasoline prices. But I'm not going to sell it at a loss and then turn around and raise the price of lithium on you. We got it, you don't. And that puts us back into tariff wars again. And so, no. We're buddies, and I would hope that you'd continue to pay us 50 rather than pay the Saudis 45. But I can understand that you wouldn't, and there'd be no hard feelings. And ditto with whatever else comes across the borders, oranges and avocados. You guys got that stuff, and we don't. So I think we've covered all the bases. The tariffs and stuff. Your people can talk to my people. They can get it all sorted out. There's a lot of details to hammer out, Donald, but I got things to do. You got things to do. We both got swamps to drain, So let's have a couple of 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. I'll be on my way. If you want to stop up in Canada anytime, you're welcome. Don't worry about all that business with the 34 charges and whatever you got going there. I'm not concerned about that. Come on up. We'll have some poutine and some beaver tails just dripping, saturated in maple syrup. Oh, man. So, anyways, let's move on. I got to go back home and kick China out, amongst other things.